Alright, so there is a lot going on in the ASTD Discord right now, and a lot of stuff about the next update and the future of ASTDX. So I'm gonna be covering everything in this video. So first, I'm gonna start with the possible units that are gonna come next update. So in the All-Star Discord server, there's a new channel called Sneak Peeks. Well, I don't know if it's new, but the only post is from yesterday, 11:22 p.m. About like 12 hours ago from now for me, as of time of recording. It gave us these 3 hints, and these are 3 separate units. Now, this first guy is a dude called Stark, I believe, from Bleach. But right here, this is a picture of him. You can see the #1 hand. This is definitely gonna be him. Like, no questions asked, this is gonna be a new unit. Now, next is this thorn crown head thing. I think there's like a couple possibilities this could be. What me and my friends thought is we thought it was gonna be Jesus, hence why Jesus is in the thumbnail. And if you guys didn't know, Jesus is actually like a JoJo's character, as y'all can see right here. And the thorn crown looks like the exact same as this one. So this basically confirms that Jesus from JoJo's is coming to anime ASTDX. I was about to say Anime Adventure. So yeah, Jesus is also coming. And then the third one is this logo. So I reverse image searched this, and then it turned out to be the Black Bull logo from Black Clover. And looking at the wiki, these are like some of the characters in that group. My guess is it's gonna be Yami, but I also think Asta could have like a 5-star evolution, because currently Asta's already in the game, but he's a 3-star only, I believe. I don't think there's a 4-star Asta either. So maybe they can have up to a 5-star Asta, and also Yami, this dude might be added as well. Now that's gonna be it for new units. Next is gonna be the summer event coming back for a bit, which I honestly don't really like, because the day before, like, the update happened, or no, the day of the update, I was grinding the summer event the whole day just to get NL, and he wasn't even meta. But here in the game announcements channel, it says, Fruity-sama said, next update, I'll re-enable the summer event for a bit because I ended it early and it was unfair to people who were relying on that timer. So my guess is a lot of people were complaining that, like, there wasn't enough time. And then also here in the summer event, there was like a timer here, I'm pretty sure, a timer somewhere. And then before the update, the timer said there was still 20 hours before it reset. So my guess is a lot of people were relying on that, which is why they're resetting it. But honestly, yeah, this is the game's fault. They should have made it more clear. They should have been like, yeah, like at the update, like it will reset, and they weren't really clear about that. So now they're bringing it back for the people who didn't fully grind it, I guess. But that's also kind of annoying because you could get like the exclusive units again. Like, I actually grinded so desperately the day of, like the whole day. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Now, next, we're going to be talking about the future of ASTD. So as everybody knows, the ASTDX player count has been like slowly declining. Ever since the update, it went from like 200k, like 150k to 100k, and now it's at like 50, 60k. Actually, at the time of recording, it's not even at 50k, it's at 45k, which is really not that good. Like, obviously for an anime tower defense game, it's still not half bad, but compared to like other insanely big games on Roblox, like Grow a Garden and like Steal a Brain Rot and those kinds of games, ASTDX is going like nowhere near those numbers anymore. And then Fruity-sama himself said, we're listening to all the feedback and will continue updating with speed to try and push all the changes as fast as possible and make sure everyone has a fair shot at everything, regardless of if they have friends or to play with or Robux to spend. Now, one recent complaint that has been pretty evident within the community is the trials being stupid, because the trials being multiple paths basically requires you to have like actual good teammates. And then if you've used the Discord server before, you probably know like a lot of the people on the Discord server kind of suck, and a lot of people just don't have like friends to be playing ASTD with. So because of that, like a lot of the trials and like even the summer event was like 3 paths. The Frieza trial is 3 paths. So it's very hard to solo those like without teammates. So I'm pretty sure they're doing this update, like next update, they're gonna try to make things like more like single path stuff like that. And I honestly think this is a good update because grinding by myself is hard. Like a lot of the time, I'm gonna need to ask my friends to help grind with me for trials and stuff like that. And like also the summer event, like with the randoms on Discord were actually so buns, so my friends also helped me with that. So yeah, I think this is a win for everybody. And then Fruity-sama also said new content separate from all the modes currently in game will be added next update. So I've also heard complaints and seen complaints of people saying that the gameplay loop is a little bit too repetitive, and I honestly somewhat agree with that. Like, all we have is trials, challenges, infinite, and story mode, and most of the updates they're just gonna be adding new trials or new story modes, which isn't really anything new for the gameplay, and it's starting to feel less and less rewarding in my opinion, and a lot of people think the same as well. So I think Fruity's been hurting the feedback, so he's gonna be adding more game modes. Me personally, I kind of want like an Infinity Castle game mode I can get my gems up. And speaking of gems, one thing that's gonna be added is Secret Pity. So this is actually pretty crazy. If y'all don't already know, there are currently 2 secret units on the banner. On the Y banner, it's Kokushibo, and on the X banner, it's Krollo. Now, Kokushibo is one of the best units in the game. Krollo is not that good, but he's like a collectible. But most of the people who have these units are just like either insanely lucky or just insanely pay to win, or like something in between. So I guess they're trying to make the units more accessible to everyone, which I think is a good thing, except for the people who have Kokushibo and Chrollo. But that's such a small percentage of the player base, so like I don't really care, 'cause I want Kokushibo, and Kokushibo's cool. So, and then in the final part of the paragraph, it said better matchmaking and a whole lot more, so stay tuned. So better matchmaking, I think that's obvious. Like matchmaking is terrible in this game. Matchmaking in Anime Adventures wasn't great either, because there's a lot of people macroing, but even that was better than what we have now. Like I feel like now the matchmaking doesn't even work half the time, so I'm really happy that they're working on that. And as for a whole lot more, I think it's pretty possible that they're adding like an infinity castle, and also just things to make the gameplay loop more exciting and more fun to play. Now, some complaints I have about the game is, first, I feel like there needs to be more unit cosmetics. Like Igris not having a cosmetic is actually crazy. Igris is literally the tournament leaderboard unit, and they not only did they reuse the model from Sunjin Woo, they also didn't even give us like a cosmetic so to like show us, or like a title or anything. So I feel like leaderboard infinite rewards should be better. Like I feel like, yeah, the unit itself is cool, but other than that, like there's not really much else you get from it. I think that'll encourage people, or like make people want to do leaderboard runs and stuff like that even more. Now, another complaint I have is the expeditions. So I think the way they are now is nice. Like they give levels and give traits and stuff like that. Wait, let me clean my expedition real quick. Like yeah, your units do level up passively with this, which is really good. I think that's the best part. But the number of trait rerolls is just not enough, bro. You get 2 to 4 trait rerolls after like 3 to 4 hours. Like you can get those trait rerolls from like one dungeon. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, my personal main complaint is that you just don't get enough stuff. The levels is honestly the best part in my opinion. I think they need to make the trait reroll count higher, especially because there's just other methods of getting trait rerolls that are just better. At the same time, I feel like a lot of people aren't even doing the expedition. Like a lot of people don't really care about it, and a lot of people probably don't even know it exists. And then my final complaint is that this game is just way too laggy. Like I feel like they need to optimize the game a lot more. Like even though ASTDX, like visually it doesn't look as good as AA, Anime Adventures honestly from my experience has run way smoother compared to ASTDX. Now I have no idea why ASTDX is like way laggier, way more like choppy than AA, but I feel like they do need to figure this out, because I feel like it's an issue for everyone, even people with like higher end PCs. Like my computer is not bad at all. Like I have a very good computer, but even so, I'd be like hella laggy in matches with like 20 FPS, bro. But yeah, I think they need to add more quality of life and optimization settings just to make the game run smoother. Like I already have the graphics on low detail and smooth enemy movement and all that. Like in a semi laggy like infinite mode match or something, I'll literally drop down to like 10 FPS. Also, they need to remove royal drops, bro. Or no, when you use royal drops, you should be able to see the amount of gems you have, bro. Because there's been so many times where I've just been gambling on royal drops for way too long, and I just did not get anything, and I spent all my gems. So need to do that. But yeah, that's all I have for this video of my complaints and like stuff for next update. I don't know, I'm like a small ad YouTuber. I have like 80 subs, so I don't think anybody's gonna see this. Like the devs are definitely not gonna see this video, bro. But if they do, I hope they hear out my complaints. I don't know if anyone else has been having complaints like that. I have heard of expedition complaints from some people, but I don't know about the other two or other few complaints that I made. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, sub, share, bye bye.